What's up, yappers? Another episode on your browsing screen. Today we're going to talk about modern gaming and why it sucks. This is a video that appeared on my For You page. So, I thought it was interesting. I know the guys right here, I'm sure they're going to have some opinions. They've never seen it. I've only seen like a little small piece of it. So we're going to react together. First, we're going to just see the whole thing. And then second, we're going to talk about it. Y'all ready?
And there's no more good games to play. Saying that is days sucks, and there's no more good games to play. Saying that is probably the easiest way to trigger most modern gamers. However, if y'all actually took the time to listen to them people who say that, I promise you realize that they kind of have a point. Because see, most people who say that come from an era where you didn't have to, quote, expand your horizons to find a good game. Because back in the day, if you wanted to find a good game, it was easy. Here you go, here you go. No sports, that's fine. Here you go. Want a good detective noir story? There you go. Want a shooting game with some over-the-top gunfights? Here you go. Want GTA but not GTA? Here you go. Need a racing game? Here you go. No microtransactions, by the way. This. Even this. I mean, goddamn, bro, I can keep going.
Then y'all say the only people who say that are people who only play 2K and Madden.
You do realize that those same people are the people who had more than 2K and Madden back in the day? Let me walk you through it real quick. See, back then, we didn't need to just rely on Madden for our football fix. We could go NFL Street. We could go ESPN 2K5. We could go NFL Blitz. We could go NFL Game Day. Hell, fuck it. Let's do it. NFL Quarterback Club. Bro, we didn't need just 2K. We had NBA Street. We had NBA Jam. Man, I bet half of y'all ain't even heard of NBA Shootout. ESPN Basketball. NBA Inside Drive. The GOAT of them all, NBA Live. We had variety back then. We had options, and those games came complete. They didn't come with no microtransactions. Y'all remember when this dropped? Yeah, this shit wouldn't have happened back then. Stop getting upset with people when they say that there ain't no more good games left when you got games like this that come out and it take them 2 fucking years to fix the shit. Because when this dropped, it was finished. It was complete. Wasn't no goddamn patch. Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Midnight releases? Ain't no more of that shit. This was a vital part of gaming culture when there was games that was worth standing outside all goddamn night for. Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Probably not. Couch co-op. Fuck happened here? Another very vital part of gaming culture that was swiped away from us because of corporate greed. Oh no, we don't want 4 of y'all sharing one console. We want all 4 of y'all to buy your own console and just play online like a bunch of fucking dweebs. Like damn bro, whatever happened to family fun games like Guitar Hero and the Rock Band series? Everybody in the living room stressed out mashing the buttons when this motherfucker trying to beat that one song. I don't think y'all realize that when y'all tell people that they have to expand their horizons to find good games, that you're literally proving their point. Because if gaming was currently as good as it always has been according to y'all, wouldn't nobody have to dig for shit. It would just be readily available in their face. Oh yeah, one last thing. When people say there ain't no more good games left, please stop suggesting these super niche ass games that only appeal to one type of person. You know damn well everybody ain't into turn-based RPGs. Cut the shit. So do I think gaming is dead? No. But is it as good as it used to be? Fuck no.
So, what do y'all think?
This nigga's corny.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and attack character or anything like that, but the part where he talked about the sports games, he's like, anybody that it says if you have NBA or Madden, you only play these types of games. No, I got a variety of these games, and he just named out a bunch of other sports games. Like that must have been a bit. I'm hoping that was a bit. Because
I don't think it was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You sports players disappoint me. Stop that fucking sports game. I don't know. I feel like he had a lot of bad takes. Like,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, if Krim has more to say, go right ahead, bro. Because
no. Like, I don't know. I just like some of the things he said. Terrellion already brought it up. The sports things is like. Bro, I don't think sports is the example you want to be using. He did mention one thing that I do agree with, like games being completed upon release. Mm-hmm. And I brought this up in previous videos before. Like I hate this whole, especially me and all of us being big on fighting games, everything coming out like in DLCs and seasons and all that. I liked it when the game just came out full and complete. You just had to unlock shit. I don't have to wait a year for disappointing news. Biggest example is Street Fighter 6. So that was like the one of the things I agreed on, but like some of the other things I couldn't agree on. Like for example, he said the couch co-op is what he mentioned. All games have that still. It's still there. You literally just boot up the game and it's called local play. You just do that. But multiplayer is better now because we have access to online play. So I don't know why he was complaining about like co-op play and all that.
Not all games got couch co-op. That's kind of gone extinct, to be fair. But
I don't know. I don't. Oh, yeah,
it
maybe.
depends. The problem with that is that it depends on the genre of games that you play. So if you're more into like party, family fun types of games, they're gonna have couch co-op local play still and within the game. But if you're more into single player games or competitive online games, you're not gonna see that shit.
Right. It just depends on the genre.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe the games I play, at least the ones I play, they still have local play. But like even then, like I don't see too much of a problem because that makes multiplayer even all the more better because you have access to online, and that's how you meet more people, you make more online friends, etc., etc. So even if like he is correct on like having less couch co-op, I still think that it's not too much of a problem. If anything, I think online is better. Like,
I can agree.
Okay.
It depends, but I agree for the most part with what you're saying. But go ahead, Rainbow.
I would say like a few points he had was like, okay, yeah, I could see it. Maybe have slightly different opinion. I could see it. The rest was hard cap, bro. Hard fucking cap. He's talking about like, oh yeah, the people who say there's no games only have NBA and fucking and like Call of Duty. You know why we say that? Cause that's what most of you niggas play all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You niggas pretty much only play those games. You can't call yourself a gamer and be like, yo, I bought every fucking Call of Duty. I bought every Madden game, and it's like, well, have you tried these games? Like, not even like you should play these games, but like, hey, try a different genre. Maybe you'll enjoy it. And they're like, nah, man. The boys are on Call of Duty. I gotta get on Call of Duty. And it's just like, dude, this is why we say this. Say you, this fucking asshole, like you dumb shitter.
Yeah, I feel like
Damn, chill.
No, but that is true. I feel like the players have made it the problem for themselves. It's like most of the times, and like for example, a lot of people I know, like in real life, they play the same shit. It's either sports, Call of Duty, or some sort of battle royale, and then they complain, "Oh, there's no games in the modern gaming world." It's like, no, it's because you guys play the same shit.
It's because everybody shoots and aims for the mainstream games and AAA games, and if it's not mainstream or AAA or sports, then nobody has an interest in it. But people don't actually understand that there's a whole library of indie games that exists out there, and a whole library of just really cheap, affordable games that aren't well known or advertised that you can be playing right fucking now that are better than the mainstream shit, and people don't have any clue that they exist.
And a lot of games have demos, like people, because people always talk about like, oh my god, no more demos. Like, can I try a game? Yeah, it's called early access. It's called a beta. It's called a demo. If you go on Steam, do you know how many fucking games I've played? Like the one is Clover Pit. I keep playing that demo, and am I gonna buy it? Probably not. But damn, that game is addicting. You know what I'm saying?
Which I introduced this guy to, by the way, Clover.
Yeah, he introduced it to me, and I was like, oh yeah, try it. And
the game is addicting as hell, dude. It's so much fun. it's just Balatro, but with the slot machine. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, and like people, the whole like day one patch, is it annoying? No shit. But there's a reason why that's the case. Because back then, besides like a few, different companies or whatever, especially, but it was less prevalent in for smaller studios, is because the shareholders, because that's the main problem. People always talk about the company or devs. No, you niggas need to talk about shareholders, because shareholders want to be like, we expect it on this date no matter what, because we want to make this amount of money, right? So if they're not done with the game, but they need to do a holiday release, or they need to do it has to be at this specific time because that's when we told people when it's going to happen. They got to put it out. And then by that time, they're like, okay, there's a few things that need to get patched. Let's just put it out right now since we had to just put the game out. And those fixes are usually like game-breaking bugs or like bugs that they could have done. Like maybe it was like last minute, like, oh, we just found this bug. Let's patch it right now. Like that's the thing. And being like, oh, physical copies we do still need. Let's keep it real. But nigga, you talk about like, oh man, I remember the culture when we stood outside and at the GameStop until the midnight release.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was,
back in
that's
the
another
day,
thing.
yeah,
That
it was
still goes
cool.
That still
still
goes
goes
on.
on,
Switch.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
That's what, yeah, that's I was gonna say, it still goes on, so I don't know what he's talking about. And then another thing when he was complaining about if you're telling people to expand your horizons to enjoy gaming, then gaming is dead. It's like, no, you fucking idiot. And if anything, they're correct. And because it's like I brought it up earlier, you guys play the same shit over and over again. And again, sports, Call of Duty, sports, Call of Duty. Oh, there's no games to play. Expand your fucking horizon. That's why people say it. It's because you guys are playing the same shit, and then you complain that there is no gaming. It's because you're not expanding your horizon.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like he was talking about that. He was like, oh, I forget exactly how he said it, but I think it was something to the effect of like, oh, you always tell people expand your horizon, but it's like, well, we're like finding games anyway. It's like, you want to know why we say expand your horizon, like Crim said? Because all y'all do is play like the same game over and over, and we're like, hey, you know what? Maybe here's some, like, a lot of times what you need to do is be like, here's some aspects of a game, like he was showing sports and how there's like NFL Street and like Game Day, all that. It's a different, well,
It's different variations of the same thing.
right? So it's like if someone was like, oh, I want to play Call of Duty, but you said expand my horizons. Is there any games you could recommend? And it's like, okay, you could play fucking there's a game I just had in my head. I can't think of it.
What?
But you're so fucking stupid. But like, the point is, there's a whole lot of other shit. Like,
Yeah, there
he
is.
contradicted himself in like the next sentence.
Yeah.
And then went back to it, and then we agreed, and then he was like, but fuck all that shit. Let me like cut my fucking opinion and then just be wrong again. Like,
Yeah, and then he was complaining about like specific genres, like, don't recommend me a JRPG, not everybody likes JRPGs, and I'm like, again, that's part of expanding your horizons. It's a recommendations, and if you don't like it, which again, it's just a recommendation, but like still, back to what like Rainbow says, like let's say you only like shooters, there's still a lot of shit out of shooters, and you could still expand your horizons in that specific category alone. So I don't know why the whole expand horizon thing was a problem to begin with. Like you want to, because then you find more games and then you're into it. Like,
ain't call yourself a gamer if you play the same shit all the time.
yeah.
The game he was referring to at the end, it was Baldur's Gate. It was it's just like a normal RPG game, but the point still remains. It's like
fake game of the year, by the way.
You're so good.
Well, okay, that's a hot take for sure. That game, I didn't play it personally, and the main reason I didn't play it is because the game has so much content that it's actually overwhelming. It's so overwhelming for me to actually want to play that shit. But it has everything I'd like. It's got a really good story, multiple different branching paths for the story. You can pretty much choose how you want to play it, and it's multiplayer. Yeah, and you character customization, multiplayer. You can play with your friends, and it even has, to my knowledge, couch co-op. Like that game literally has everything in it, but it's
he wanted,
but he got mad because it's an RPG turn-based, and he's like, fuck that shit.
Don't recommend me these niche games.
Yeah, these niche turn-based RPG games. It's like, come on, man.
Like, just say you're playing the nigga sports games and Call of Duty. Like,
Yeah.
Remember when I said that before, where I was like, the two nigga sports being basketball and football? That's all you niggas play. Like, stop.
The two nigga sports and the two nigga game genres. Like, FPS and sports. That's all you guys get.
Yeah, the two nigga game genres. Like, y'all ain't shit, bro. Holy shit.
I just feel like modern gaming is still pretty much the same as gaming has always been. If anything, it's just improving what we couldn't do before, especially with like Wi-Fi and internet access. It's just improvement. So I honestly don't see what he's complaining about, in my personal opinion. Like, sure, there are some older games that I really like that stuck with me, but just I'm not gonna let that determine my whole opinion on classic games are better or modern days are better. Like, if anything, modern gaming is basically the same as gaming has always been, just improvements as time comes by. The only 2 points that I can agree with him was again games being complete upon release. Like I do miss that, and then the microtransactions.
Yeah,
like, you know,
microtransactions are definitely out of control. But the thing is that microtransactions are actually out of control in the games that he fucking likes and he fucking plays. They're out of control in COD games, and they're out of control in sports games. And I didn't even know about this. I'm not gonna get too in depth about it, but apparently, like the soccer games, the FIFA games, they have absurd microtransactions to the point where, like, if you're not spending money, you can't win. They're almost to like gacha level. Gacha game level tiers.
This system is literally like it's gambling, and it's like a trading card game.
Yeah, it's bad. It's that bad. But
you niggas just still feed the system.
Oh,
and these are the same people that say like microtransactions are bad, but then they'll buy every fucking thing because they're like, oh shit, my account is worth $3,000. Like,
yeah, they'll just keep supplying them.
Yeah, you keep complaining and then you buy it. Like, make up your mind.
One of the things he brought up was the games being completed thing, and that one's a bit of a toss up. Like, it goes both ways because games being completed and not ever receiving any patches or updates unless it's like a major bug fix can kind of suck sometimes, because it's exciting to boot up a game that you bought and it just gets a major update. You know what I mean? Like live service, they call it live service games. Live service games, that could be its own video entirely, like whether it's good for the gaming community or not. But honestly, there's a lot of positives with early access gaming, and there's a lot of positives with live service. Not a whole lot of positives with live service, but there's a lot of positives with early access.
There's some benefits.
There's some benefits for sure. But early access definitely is good, in my opinion. There's negatives for sure, but it's good overall.
Yeah, and the other thing too, when he was like listing all these games, nigga, back then, good luck to make sure you got a good game. Because like I said, there's no internet, right? In terms of like spaces of talking about games, it wasn't like as much as it is now. So you know what your ass was gonna go? You're gonna go straight to GameStop when you're like, ooh, I need a game. And you're gonna see all the covers, and you're gonna be like, oh, that cover looks cool. Let me buy that, right? Because there was there's no Steam where it was like, try it for 2 hours. If you don't like it, and you refund.
Which that's pretty ass,
2 hours.
To be fair, in all honesty, that's ass. It should be 5 hours at least.
Yeah, it should be longer. It should be longer. But like, there's still a window of you bought the game, try it out. You didn't like it, you could return it. Back then, though, once you bought that shit, good luck, because GameStop was also a piece of shit when you try to bring back like different games or trade different games. So good luck bringing back a game that you realize, oh shit, this is trash. But it's there now. You bought the shit for $60, dumbass. But you did. But unless you had something like Game Informer, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of the shit that he's complaining about was just personal opinion, like biased shit.
Yeah.
Most of it is wrong opinion, but yeah.
Yeah. For the first time ever, an opinion is actually wrong.
Hey, but I'm still completely okay with him making his videos and whatnot. I'm not gonna sit here like the people in our comment sections telling us, oh, shitty opinions, don't make content or whatever. Like, dude, anybody do whatever the fuck you want, it's fine. We don't agree, and that's fine. We can watch his shit and disagree, guys. That's how that's how this works, man.
Yeah. We don't have to be an echo chamber. We could just be like, hey, you know what? I see your points. Some I agree with, some I disagree with. But here's a discussion. Now you niggas want to be like, we have to agree on everything. Yeah, the people in our comment section, and you know who you are, like, you're dumb. But the people in our comment section that actually have like 2 rubbing good brain cells, we appreciate you. And like, we've had discussions in our comment section before. They were
Are we supposed to be loving our commentators, Rainbow?
We love our comments, just not the shitty ones.
I mean, we can't expect all comments to be positive. You just gotta take the criticism, little bro.
Damn.
Of course, little cud. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Well, you guys got any more thoughts?
No, Rainbow's right. Some of the comments we get is kind of retarded. But other than that, his opinions were kind of very biased. Not I'm not gonna say it's bad. Just biased opinions. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Bias.
Yeah, super biased.
I don't want to get into the race stuff, but it's definitely an opinion I'd expect from a black person, and this is coming from someone who was also black. That was a very black opinion.
Yeah, same. As someone who's black too, I can agree.
Yeah, okay, nigga. Yeah, a very sports.
Black by proxy.
Black. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Don't worry. We claim him. Here's his black card. You already know what it is. All right, but I mean, unless you guys have something else, I would say that's it. Just a nigga opinion that parts of it is right, but most of it is wrong or contradictory.
Modern gaming is fine. It's just it improves what classic gaming used to be. So I don't know. I think modern gaming is fine. Feel free to add me on Discord, Twitter. I'll play some games.
And on that note, like
on that note, just say this. You know, Shan was fell over. Jeez, I was still asleep. I'm sorry. Look, here's what I'm gonna say. He was out of the 2 minutes 30 seconds we watched. 1 minute and 15 was him contradicting himself, and the rest of it was yapping, with like 15 seconds of it being stuff like we actually agree with. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you as always. We'll catch you on the next episode.